जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय जशोदा नंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। 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 जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Jayo Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jayo Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotra Shri Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotra Shri Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 20th chapter, text number 6. Tana kirtaya bhadram te kirtan yodhara karmanaha Rasagnyah konu tripyeta Arililamritan piban Tana kirtaya bhadram te Kirtan yodhara karmanaha Rasagnyah konu tripyeta Arililamritan pribam Tana kirtaya bhadram te Kirtan yodhara karmanaha Rasagnyah konu tripyeta Arililamritan priban. Word to word meaning. Taha, those talks. Naha, to us. Kirtaya, narrate. Bhadramte, may all good come unto you. Kirtanya, should be chanted. udhara, liberal, karmanaha, activities, rasagnaha, a devotee who can appreciate mellow taste, kaha, who, no, indeed, tripyeta, would feel satisfied, hari leelamritam, the nectar of the pastimes of the Lord, piban, drinking. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O Suta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of a devotee can be satisfied by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Please repeat the translation. O Suta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of devotee can be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Purport. The narration of the pastimes of the Lord, which are always enacted on the transcendental platform, should be received with all respect by devotees. Those who are actually on the transcendental platform are never satiated by hearing the continuous narration of the pastimes of the Lord. For example, if any self-realized soul reads from from Bhagavad Gita, he will never feel satiated. The narrations of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam may be read thousands and thousands of times, and still without fail, new aspects of the subject matter will be relished by the devotee. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tana Kirtaya Bhadram Te Kirtanyo Dhara Karmanaha Rasagnya Ko Nutripyeta Arililamritam Pivam. So here once again, the glory of hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord is being said. So this kind of eulogizing the hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam is repeatedly mentioned throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Srimad Bhagavatam itself, Srimad Bhagavatam glorifies the hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam. All good fortune unto you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of a devotee can be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord? Srinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanara. Again, it is being said, Srinvatam Swakata Punya Shravana Kirtana. If you hear Krishna Katha Punya Shravana Kirtanaha, It is so auspicious that that kind of an auspiciousness can completely vanquish all kinds of unwanted things which are deeply seated within one's heart. It is the perfect treatment for all diseases. Just like in the deathbed, when somebody is on the deathbed, that means he is a person having all types of diseases. All his vital organs are about to collapse. That is the state of a person who is on his deathbed. In the modern world, when somebody is in this situation, what do they do? Let us take him to this hospital. Let us take him to that doctor. Let us consult this person. From this hospital, we'll shift him to another place. From there, another place. Let us find the best of the best medical treatment which will help him come out of that disease. Whereas our Vedic process, what is it? They say none of these can help that person. When Parikshit Maharaj, he was given 7 days notice, right? That means within the next 7 days, Parikshit Maharaj will die. So when somebody is given a notice that he will die, then he will tell, okay, now I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to finish this, I have to finish this, I have to do this, I have to do that. But what was the response of Parikshit Maharaj? He gave up everything, just as a person gives up one's own stool. And then immediately went to the banks of the Ganges to find a person who can narrate the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of God. So, somebody who is actually going to die, the best thing, the best course of action that kind of a person can take is to simply go and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. If you have seen Srila Prabhupada, when Prabhupada last stages, what was Prabhupada doing? The videos are there, we have all seen in the final lesson. Prabhupada is engaged in speaking about Srimad Bhagavatam. He is in fact translating Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the last stage of Prabhupada. Prabhupada is about to give up his pastimes in this material world. So much of pain Prabhupada is, but Prabhupada wants to engage in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. This is real culture. Not that you run from one doctor to another doctor, one hospital to another hospital. Try to manage all your material commitments, discuss all the things. No. One should simply engage. One should give up all other activities. Once he is sure that he is going to pass away, once he knows that there is an incurable disease, please resort to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. No other kind of activity that person should do. This is what the Vedic understanding is. Now here, Shaunaka is not on his deathbed, nor is he having any incurable material disease. Yet he is telling that repeatedly is asking, please describe. Just now he finished one Leela. Just now Shukadev Goswami recited the pastime of the appearance of Lord Varaha. How Hiranyaksha was killed. And that whole chapter in detail, Shukadev Goswami had explained. Now the second chapter has started. In the second chapter, not in the second chapter, in the continuation of this previous chapter, now Shukadev Goswami is going to describe the meeting and the discussions between Vidura and Maitreya. So in this context, again, Shaunaka is saying, please, I want to hear another chapter describing the various pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, a devotee must be atura. Atura means very interested. He must be very interested in hearing Krishna's pastime. Any subject matter that is connected to Krishna, he must be having that interest. If he is not having that interest on his own, then he must cultivate by mechanical process, at least he must engage himself in hearing Krishna's pastime. Because of material contamination, we do not have a natural interest to hear Krishna's pastimes. From so many janmas, we have heard only about material activity. Vyavaharic activities only. Our mind, our consciousness is absorbed in such kind of hearing. So there is no natural inclination to hear Krishna Katha. We are not interested. Just like sometimes we all think, Bapre, abhi next Bhagavatam class, 1 hour, how to pass through this. Right? It is so heavy. Sometimes we have given a chance, let's miss it. Already body is so tired. 4 o'clock we came, body is paining. Bhagavatam is the last stretch. Not easy to sit through this. Some speaker is sitting there. He is going to talk now and I have to sit together, attentively hear him for the next 1 hour, 45 minutes. I have to sit and hear his lecture. It is tough. Actually, because now here, continuously Parikshit Maharaj is sitting. How? No water, no food, no water, nothing, no sleep. Continuously for 7 days, 7 nights, Parikshit Maharaj is sitting and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. For us, only half an hour, 45 minutes, we have to sit through the class. Whereas Parikshit Maharaj is continuously sitting 7 days, 7 nights and continuously listening. Look at not only Parikshit Maharaj, all the assembled sages, great people. And again, the great sages are again listening second round from Sutta Goswami's mouth in Naimisharanya. First round on the banks of the Ganges was directly heard by all the great, even demigods were present to hear that from Shukadev Goswami directly. In the second round again, Shaunaka Rishi is telling, please continue, we don't want to stop. How much of a desire, how much of interest they have to hear Krishna Katha. Where are we? What is our position? We have no desire to hear. We have no interest. How fallen we are. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Yugahaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrashaitam. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahename. Just one moment bereft of Krishna's remembrance. Mahaprabhu is saying, just one moment, one kshana, he seems to be bereft of Krishna, seems to be a yuga. What is the state of consciousness? For us, in a day, we have to hear Bhagavatam for half an hour, 45 minutes. And that itself becomes so difficult. How fallen we are. We are so fallen. Whereas we all know the power of hearing. What a powerful impact it has on all of us, on our state of consciousness. We are all aware. Bhagavatam has repeatedly explained, just by hearing Krishna Katha, what kind of an effect it can create within our heart. Satam prasango mama virya samvidam. What is that? Bhavanti rit karna rasayana. It can completely give you, it is so pleasing to the ears and the heart. But we have no taste for such kind of things. Because we have developed a taste for all nonsensical things. Just like Srila Prabhupada gives the example, which is so true. If you give a pig halwa, he will say, no, I don't want this, I want something else. Most tastiest thing you are giving, but he says, no, I don't want this, I want some rubbish. Because a pig's consciousness is like that. And Prabhupada gives another example of how Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur once was doing a program in Burma. And in that program in Burma, devotees had done a kirtan program, satsang program, and the devotees had all gathered together and they were cooking nice items in ghee, cooked in ghee, various items. And when the ghee smell was spreading, the neighbors, the Burmese people, they were saying, what a dirty smell, what a dirty smell. Ayo, what is this? What you are doing? Because the Burmese people, you know how they are, Chinese people. They like to eat all kinds of nonsense things. They didn't like that the smell of ghee. Whereas same Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada quotes the example that in Burma, people outside their houses, especially during the rainy season, it seems they keep one big vessel. And in that, the flies and all those things which die in the monsoon comes and falls. And then that fallen insect and everything is collected in one vessel, and in the water it is kept, and it is allowed to become stale and more continuously for another few days, and then it is packed into a container, and then finally after 30-40 days they filter out the thing, and that liquid is served as a special soup for special festive occasions by the Burmese people. And that smell they like very much. Ghee smell, oh my God, it is too bad. So you see, actually it is all in the consciousness. If your consciousness is so low, then you will like such kind of rubbish things. And you will think that very good things, no, I don't want to eat. Similarly, with what we want to hear. We have no taste for our senses, our intelligence is so fallen that we have no taste for hearing the Supreme Lord's pastimes. So Prabhupada says, what is the process to develop taste? We develop taste by serving pure devotees. By engaging in serving pure devotees, we develop a taste. Unless and until we don't serve devotees, we cannot develop a higher taste. Narada Muni, how he became the great Deva Rishi. He became the great Deva Rishi because in his previous life he had served great devotees. Not any other, he was not so qualified, he was the son of a maid servant. But he attained the highest perfection that he became the Deva Rishi. The Rishi, the saint of the demigods. He's not even saint of the material world. By serving other pure devotees. That is how Narada Muni became Narada Muni. Prabhupada says, without serving pure devotees, there is no question of devotion. Without serving great devotees, there is no question of devotion. If there is no devotion, until and unless you have devotion in your heart, you cannot hear Krishna Katha. You will find it very dry. That's why getting the gift of devotion is very rare. Very, very rare. It is not easy to get devotion. You must be specially blessed by Krishna. To be attracted to the process of devotional engagement is a very special gift. That's why Krishna says, Bhaunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. After many, many lifetimes, one comes to the understanding or one gets interested in Krishna conscious activity. It is not easy. You will be completely lost in various other activities, in the jnanic process, in the karmic process, so many things. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jnana Kanda, Karma Kanda, Kevala, Vishayera Bhanda. All these so-called cultivation of knowledge and so-called karmic activities, they are all different kinds of material activities. That's all. It doesn't take you to the highest perfection. But in the material world, people are running after these things. Oh, my knowledge. See, I know so much. I did this much. My action was like this. I did this. I did that. What is the use? Ultimately, in the end, what will happen? You will die and you will take another birth. It doesn't take you further. If you have to go further, you have to. If you have to go beyond the realms of the material world, you have to take up Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna himself says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanishchasmi tattvataha. Without coming to the platform of bhakti, there is no question of understanding me. The element of devotion, if we don't have that element of devotion, Prabhupada says we can build it. Provided you follow the guidance of a spiritual master. None of us have devotion naturally, but by practicing, by following the instructions of the spiritual master, we are developing devotion. It is not that we are perfect, but our spiritual master is perfect. our Guru is perfect. And by engaging in that, we are able to continue, we are able to move forward in this devotional service. In this material world, there are so many topics one can hear. Unlimited topics are there. Apashyatam atmatatvam griheshu grihamedinam. Shrotavyadhini rajendra ninam santi sahasrashaha. Apashyatam atmatatvam griheshu grihamedinam. There are so many topics. Unlimited topics are there for a living entity to engage in this material world. And they do it. But what is the end result of us? Apashyatam atmatatvam. It cannot take you to Atma Tattva. It will take you to some other material consciousness. So if we attentively, just like here it is saying, Hari Leelamritam Piman Thana Kirtaye Badram Te Kirtana Yodhara Karmanaha Rasagnaha Konu Tripyeta Hari Leelamritam Piman. How can a devotee be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastime? He can never be satiated. He wants to hear more and more and more. So whereas we are satiated, okay, morning program over, I pack everything over, Baba, aaj ka quota ho gaya. We have finished our quota. It's basically because we are not attentive. We commit offenses. We do nama aparad. So we don't have that interest to continue again and again. Because of our offensive nature. Just like, for example, say a friend comes to you to talk. And you both are interacting. And suddenly, when the friend is talking to you, he is talking to you, you are giving no attention to your friend when he is talking to you. What will that friend do? I'll talk to you later, I'll go. Because a person will engage with you when you also engage with that person. Devotional service is like that. You have to engage with the devotion. The Lord is coming, the holy name is relating to you. But if you are not showing attention to the holy name, if you are not showing engagement, if you are not showing attention to the service of devotion, then you will get lost. Devotion means what? Devotion means selflessly loving the Supreme Lord and engaging with the Lord. Just like we say, no, Prabhu, I did engagement. You did engagement what? When you went to a life member, when you went to some person, you are preaching. And you are thinking you are preaching. But inside that preaching, you have also added, what are the things that you have added? Puja, Pratishtha, Labha. And when the Puja, Pratishtha, Labha is saying you are preaching, but ultimately you are trying to get your own name, fame. So the real devotional aspect of your life is covered. It becomes covered. No, Prabhu, I am doing service. I am doing morning sadhana program. I am engaging. But what to do? You are also mixing your activities with various anarthas. And then after some time you feel lost. Oh, what is happening? Why am I getting lost? Because you have mixed. You have made offenses. You have made so many offenses in the course of your so-called practice of devotional engagement. So for this, what is the solution? Repeatedly engage, repeatedly engage, repeatedly engage. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Again and again and again and again. By doing it. Just like in our school. When our teachers, when we are learning something, and say, supposing when we are learning spellings, at least when I used to learn, go to school, they used to make us do. Okay, write this spelling of the word, and if you go wrong, what do they do? Write 100 times the same word. You write the same word 100 times. Then you write same thing 100 times you write. When you write 100 times, the 101st time you will write correctly. So we have to do the same thing. Not run away from engagement. You continue to engage, but you know that I have done it wrong, so I'll do it right. In Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 8th chapter, text number 5, it is said, Shrinvata Shraddhaya Nityam Granataschat Swacheshtitam Kalena Nathi Dirghena Bhagavan Vishate Radhe. Hearing with Shraddha, faith, and avoiding Namaparad brings realization. Hearing with faith and avoiding Namaparad brings about faith. Faith, from faith develops devotion. Faith in the Lord, then it becomes devotion. Shrinvatam Shraddhayaha Nityam Granatascha Swacheshtitam Kalena Atidhirgena Bhagavan Vishate Radhi. If you engage like this, Shrinvata Shraddhaya Nityam, with great faith, if you hear, then what happens? Granatascha Swacheshtitam. Kalena Nati Dirghena Bhagavate Vishate Radhi. Bhagavan Vishate Radhi. Prabhupada in this purport says, offenses block the taste. When they are removed, when one naturally develops greed to hear. Offenses block the ear. When that is removed, one naturally develops greed to hear. That's why Parikshit Maharaj is also saying in the first canto, Vayam tu na vitripyama uttama shloka vikrame yatshanvatam rasajnanam swadu swadu pade pade. That we never tire of hearing the glories of the Lord. Those who relish the rasa of Krishna Katha always find newer and newer meanings, newer and newer taste. Swadu swadu pade pade at every step. So, Shukadev Goswami was not a very, he was a Brahman realized person, not directly in devotional service, but he also, Savai Mahabhagavata Paribhuta Katadbutaha Gopyad Rama Katam Yetam Shushruva Likitam Pituhu. How he developed the taste? Shukadev Goswami was a self-realized Brahmavadi, but he became attracted to Krishna Katha upon hearing the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam glorifying Krishna's beauty. That single drop of nectar changed his entire course and made him speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if we hear directly, that's why Prabhupada says, please read Krishna book. Please read Krishna book. Just recently, I was talking to Madhu Pandit Prabhu. And then he was telling that when he was in IIT Bombay, he read Krishna book. And in that Krishna book, when he read Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Sarva Karana Karanam. As soon as he heard that Krishna is the source, Krishna is the root of all other aspects, immediately he felt a different energy, a different understanding that, okay, this is the source. I have to connect to that source. No matter what we are reading, but every day, at least for some time, we must read Krishna book. Because it reinforces and builds our connection with Krishna directly. निवृत्ततर्षैरुपगीयमानात् भवौषजात् चोत्र मनोभिरामात् का उत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवर्णात् पुमान् विरज्येत विनापशुग्नात्. Only a killer of the soul can fail to be attracted to Krishna. Krishna Katha, which is glorified by the liberated souls and is the medicine for material existence. It is the medicine for material existence. Nivritta tarshair upagiyamanaat bahaushajat chotra manobiramat ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyeta vinapashugnat. How much just by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, our faith in just hearing Krishna Katha and how it can change our material consciousness and lift us to a different plane altogether. In the material world, they have no idea. They have only understanding of one dimension, this material world, that's all. There is no other dimension that they know of. But Krishna conscious practitioners know that this is one dimension of this world. My existence in this dimension is not everything. I can go to another dimension which is beyond these limitations of this dimension. Let me engage myself so that I can reach that plane. For them it is only, material body, you have to live here, go from one hospital to another hospital, another hospital to another hospital. Whereas we know, okay, you die, no problem. What is there? It is no big deal. That's what Krishna is teaching in the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Krishna is saying death and birth in this material world is not so big thing. Whereas for a material person, this is everything. For a devotee, it is not any big deal. We are born one day, we will die one day, so what's the big deal? Don't make just big bada about these things. But in the material world, it is so many. That's why Prabhupada constantly talks about this so-called material developments and so many things that you people are planning to do. What is the great thing in all these things? Focus on something higher. We need to move forward. This is not ultimate thing. So we want to hear Shrinvanti Gayanti Grananti Sadavaha Smaranti Chachuta Jagat Priyam. We would like to hear the glories from the sages. Rukmini is saying this. Rukmini has not seen Krishna at all. But simply she heard of Krishna from the sages. And that's why she developed the faith. And she was so attracted to Krishna that Krishna personally came to take her and go. All by hearing. So these are wonderful verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which actually glorify or tries to propel pursuers of Krishna consciousness to hear more and more Krishna Katha. It motivates us. No, you can go further, you can hear more, you can hear more. In the material world, Prabhupada says, even if you want to do, there is a limitation. Okay, I want to be an enjoyer, I want to be a sense gratifier. Boss, your life is not permanent. Kala will take you away from this material world. So, even if you want to, you cannot pursue it. It has to end. There's a limitation for that. So why are you after that? Whereas we are telling a person on the deathbed, please listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Please listen to Krishna Katha. There is no end to it. Just by his dying, his benefit of hearing Krishna Katha is not going to be stopped. We'll stop here if there's any question, comments. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.